He was like, um, and so have you ever did it
I did
sound
an
like?
album a while back called Watch the Clones. So it's heavy. It's an original album in other people's voices. And it was like a parody of Watch the Throne, but it was more collaborative with other people. Not, it wasn't just Jay and Ye. So I did a whole joint. Like I did a song called Passion for Fashion of Ye talking about his passion for fashion. And I did the beat. I produced it. The beat is like a premiere type beat. It's crazy. I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, I gotta hear this thing. Me personally, Ye has always been my favorite rapper for at least the past 10 to 15 years. I love him, everything he does. Um, he's doing a lot right now. He's tapping, you know, I wish he wasn't doing all this. But because it is what it is. Because the problem is if you're listening to what he's saying, right? And he's fighting for black people and he's this and this and that. But then again, he's the guy defending putting out White Lives Matter t-shirt. It's just a major contradiction. You know what I'm saying? Just going on. And so it leaves you like under any
It's a
other,
lot of
you know what I
contradictions,
mean? It's
man.
just.
And what I make a point to not do is look at celebrities for advice and guidance. Yeah, I'm a
No, there was times they were asking me for advice and guidance, and I'm like, yo, I'm Fat Joe the gangster rapper. Like, the fuck you asking me for? Like, I don't know
got a
what the
flow,
fuck you
Joe,
asking
and
about.
you know they I don't look to celebrities for guidance or my peers for that type of guidance. So I'm just trying to be entertained. Um, and if the music is still good, I'm gonna listen. If it's trash, I'm not gonna listen. If the movie is good, trash,
That's
whatever.
crazy.
Same thing with
Same
comedy.
thing with comedy. Same thing with comedy. I mean, any of your heroes or your idols ever fell off? Like you felt like they fell
Yeah,
off?
there's always gonna be some deterioration based on how much work they put in or what level they reach to, because they don't gotta do what they did when they was.
Is there such thing a comedian makes so much money that they host
Yeah, because
switch
comedy,
up?
we're not like y'all were musicians or rappers where we could do classic jokes. Y'all, when you get out on the stage, people want to hear Twin all the way up, lean back. They want to hear classic Joe joints. We can't get out there. We got to be new every time we get on stage or every year. Like
Yeah,
after you pass through. So it's harder to
yeah,
keep up that momentum and always put out a fire set. So I understand it. And when you make a certain amount of money, it's like you ain't got to prove nothing to nobody.
yeah, but you still
You
got to
still
be
got to be
funny,
funny.
and that's the problem. So like if you had somebody on that level of Eddie Murphy that at one time he cooled down. He was the funniest guy. You know, I got thrown out the movie theater for Eddie Murphy's Raw.
What
Like I'm an
what did you
asshole.
do?
Like I could die from laughter. Screaming, shouting out, running up and down the middle aisle. Kept like I'm like a sucker for a laugh. Like the biggest sucker. Like what? Security came and threw me out. Yo, you gotta go. And then there was times I see some Eddie Murphy shit that I was like, damn, this is the same guy. And they say the same shit about rappers. They say like rappers are hungrier when they ain't got no money, but once they get rich, they become laid back and their
Right.
music ain't the same. And so I watched that with a bunch of comedians. Like, you know, at one time Martin couldn't do nothing wrong. Everything he ever did was funny. And then he cooled down.
Martin, but see, here's the thing about Martin and Eddie. They're unrankable. They're goats. Their influence on the game is too high and too relevant that for me there's no cool down, and if that makes any sense. Like They just already who they are.
Well, you know, we live in a human life, and we living in a human world. In salsa music, the greatest salsa singer of all time was
Hector
a brother
Lavoe,
named Hector
yes.
Lavoe. Hector Lavoe was the greatest. But even if you watch this movie, it comes a time where you go from doing stadiums till you calm down and the
Oh
people
yeah, that
ain't with
happens.
you in real life. And I don't know if you have a resurgence, because some artists stick it out long enough to where they have a resurgence and they big like that. And that's part of the journey in music. You can be the biggest guy in the world and calm down, lucky enough. You come back, explosion, you know, but they front
Oh
on
yeah,
everybody
everybody
in
gets
human
that.
life.
And that's a Drake line. How long they choose to love you would never be your decision. That's a Drake bar.
How long they choose to love you will never be your decision. And so what people don't understand, you can't force fans to fuck with you. They gotta fuck with you. I met so many songwriters, so many artists that were really, 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 really talented, but never blew. And you knew they had the talent and they should have blew, but somehow the people didn't gravitate or love them like that. You ever seen comedians like that you was like, yo, they should be the biggest?
But it's all about work ethic too. Like if they was nice on the mic, but they didn't put in work to really get to that level, the proof is in the pudding. You know what I mean? So I'm all about that work. I've been in the game almost as long as you have, but people don't know that. Very.
Because you look young.
Hey Joe, I got one request for you though. One request.
Talk to
One
me.
time, one show. I want to do Twins on stage live with you.
You could do it, but would you do what you gonna do? The Joe Crack, or you gonna do the a big pun part? You gonna do the dead in the middle of little? Let's do it right now.
Ready for war, Joe. How you want to blow their spot? I know these dirty cops how to get us in if we murder some wives. Hop in the Hummer, the Punisher's ready. Meet me at Beatles with noodles. We do the stew while he's serving spaghetti. Everybody kiss the fucking floor. Joey Craig, buck them all. Let they move, Luda. Shoot that fucking hole. Then in the middle of Little Italy, little did we know that we riddled two men who didn't do diddly.
It'll be a cold day and hell day. I think, yo, it's so crazy, right? Because they got this new shit on YouTube where young kids discover records. And so I just was watching yesterday, it was 4 kids, young boys, that they wasn't up on Big Pun, but their barber told them about Big Pun. And they analyzed Twins Deep Cover live on the camera. They was losing their mind. Like, yo, what the fuck? This guy's crazy. This guy's
one of the best ever.
I mean,
like he's in my top 5 lyrically.
He's one of the best ever lyrically.
We gotta do that live one time,
love, man.
Yeah.
We will do it. We just did it live now. You know this shit all over the world, brother. This bigger than
you already know.
Show, one stage.
My man.
All right, my brother. One love. Peace. Man, you never know who we know. You never know who we know. Shout out to Power to the Patient, bringing transparency. When you go to a hospital, any hospital, ask them what the price is. There can be somebody right next to you paying $300 for the same shit you're paying $2,000. You want to know? If you went to the supermarket and you bought a steak, you would want to know the price. Power to the patients. We bring that to the forefront, something that's really in my heart and important to me. Let your darkest moments bring your most clarity. Meaning if you're going through something in life and your so-called friends or your so-called family, and what we learn and keep learning is that Just because somebody's your blood, don't make them your family. Listen, just because we can't choose our family, sometimes they fuck us, so we got to get up off them. God all the time. People get upset with me, but put God in your life. In good times and in bad times. Always keep God in your life. Once you got God, God is the key. I keep trying to tell y'all, you don't want to listen. AB, what's good, my brother? I'm back in town. Let's link. Peace. Biggest in the game.